Let's do something fun. Let's do a toolbox tour. This is a Kennedy 20-inch 7-drawer machinist toolbox with the wrong lock because it didn't come with a key, and Kennedy wants $60 for a lock cylinder with keys. And I got this one for like $4 at the hardware store. I picked this up at Jeffrey's Antique Gallery in Findlay, Ohio for I think all of $75. And it had a receipt in it. It was owned by I believe it's pronounced luthier, a violin maker from Toledo, Ohio. And I'll never remember the man's name, but I looked him up, and he worked on a project with Oberlin College in Oberlin, Ohio, in which they recreated a Stradivarius violin that has the Stradivarius sound, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, open up the top here. And first off, they have some tin foil. This is in here because it works really good for making shims for the hinges of break-open shotguns when they're what I call loose. The British would call it off-face because they have to be difficult. These little yellow things that look like they're multiplying are for adjusting Savage AccuTriggers on Savage rifles. This is a magazine loading tool and screwdriver and firing pin removal tool if you don't want to hurt your finger for Luger pistols. This is the winding key for my mechanical clock. There are some screwdriver bits in here. What's this blue shit? It's just paint or something from some project. Brass plug, steel wool, blades for something, utility knife, putty knife, one of them cheap little knives that you can snap the blades off. Oh, look, there is some kind of gun tool back here. Get out of there. A 1911 bushing wrench on one end. Oh, and a AR-15 stock nut wrench on the other end. The only AR-15 specific tool I've ever felt the need to buy. And that's just because I didn't like using a hammer and a screwdriver to tighten that nut down. Come on, you. These little guys. Come on, you. Oh, no. These are strange security bits. And they fit some weird stuff, like McDonald's toys from the 80s and 90s, like the weird transforming ones like the milk carton and the fries that turned into like weird little transformer guys. I've needed these about 1,000 times and couldn't remember that I had them. Now I'll never get the putty knife back or whatever. This is some proto wrenches, SAE wrenches that I've had since I was in vocational school, and they're all here, surprisingly. Get some files. I really need to be up higher to do this, but it is what it is. Set Mitutoyo dial calipers. These are about $150 a set now, and have more plastic in them than this old set. There's the Kennedy model number if anybody wants it. This is a set of screwdriver bits that I'm going to dump on the floor. And it has every screwdriver bit imaginable and then some. And it probably has everything that's in the security bit set, but I don't know. Because I always forget I have it. Because when I need a tool that's out of the ordinary, I just assume that I don't have it rather than look for it. Oh, there's something else over here. Oh, there's some red Loctite, so that when you use it and you can never take things apart again. You break them. This glue, it'll hold like anything, but it's like a silicone. It's kind of soft, and you can actually remove it. Cover off. Yeah, a pen. I don't know if these are still even available. I got like 12 of these guys. This is a Uniball fine. It's waterproof and fade proof, but I don't see a model number on it. These are my favorite pens of all time. I love these things. Got a double-ended Sharpie, a fat Sharpie, a paint marker. It's even a sharpening stone. It's a carborundum stone. It was in here when I bought a toolbox. There it is. Carborundum. I'm trying to read this through the camera. Stone number M35. These are some little plastic picks, like O-ring picks, or, for something you don't want to scratch up, destroy. There's one of those magnets on a stick that extends. Got in here some punches. These are just regular pin punches. These are the roll pin punches. Some more utility knife blades. Another snap blade knife. That snap thing. Metal picks and some files. And it's funny, I bought all 5 of these files in a set for like $7 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. And for those of you that know what points are in ignition, this little flat guy over here is a points file. And it's $7 by itself. Or you can get this whole set with it in there for $7. And it's saved my butt with vintage lawnmowers several times. Over here we have an old Gerber multi-tool. And I think they still make these. But my dad got this thing in like the 90s. And if anybody who's watching this is really into these, this one is not marked first production run. I know there are some because I looked into these a while back and found some on eBay that were first production run. This is not one, and the knife blade is broken off of this one. This one I probably got at a dollar store somewhere. This is the world's fattest. It's not the world's fattest Swiss Army knife. I understand they make the Swiss Champ XLT and XAVT, and it's not even a Victorinox. I don't even think it's a Wenger. It came from, I bought it for $7 in a shop in Gatlinburg, Tennessee in like 2004. And it's missing, it's got the tweezers, but it's missing the toothpick. And it's still got the screwdriver in the corkscrew, even though I was 14 when I bought this. And wow, I've had this thing for 20 years and it's all here somehow. This is not a shotgun shell. This is a lighter. And no, it does not fit in a 12 gauge. It may fit in a 10 gauge. Never tried. This neat little screwdriver here, it's got 4 bits. It is sold by Brownells Inc. It's probably got a part number on it because somebody's going to want the part number if enough people see this. Oop. It's upside wrong. Yeah. Brownells, okay, I guess it's just a Brownells magnetic something. Magnetic tip, whatever, okay. So I don't have a part number, because they probably use this handle for everything. This, when John Browning made his first shotgun, which was I guess it wasn't his first shotgun, it was the world's first semi-auto shotgun, the A5. Patented in 1900. FN started making them, I think, in 1900. I don't know. Right around there. I've had several A5s. John Browning, and he's probably right, did not believe that the everyman was smart enough to be working on the gun he designed. So he made the screw slots incredibly thin. And these 4 bits fit those screws on that shotgun. All the way up through even the Moroku produced A5s. Does not fit the new Inertia A5s. Those are probably a polymer receiver. I'm not sure. Haven't messed with one. Just a set of Allen wrenches and a tape measure. That guy up there is a aluminum punch I made when I was in vocational school. Rainy day. Anything we made, we had to make a mechanical drawing for, with tolerances, and have it graded. This is one of the many things I made without the instructor knowing, because he was never in the class, and I put in my pocket and took home. And it was originally sharp on the end, like a shiv. Exactly what you should be making in high school. And I've now beat on so many things with it, it makes a good non-marring punch. Couple of small Phillips screwdrivers that probably came with, things from Amazon or eBay. I got 2 of these Sheffield folding utility knives that I've had, both of them, since I was 8. Feeler gauges, automatic punch. And if you don't know what an automatic punch is, what can I punch that I want? I'll punch the tray because I don't care. So you need to center punch something. You don't have a hammer, right? Well, you just push this guy down, and it fires. It leaves a punch mark. And I think it just drove all the way through my tray. No, but it put a pretty darn good dent in there. You see that? I've used it to move sights on drift adjustable sights on rifles and pistols. Works great for that. Leaves a ding, but hey, if you got a beat up gun and you need to drift the sight, and you don't have a drift punch, or you can't hold a drift punch and a hammer and the gun, it works. Little flat blade screwdriver. This is kind of neat. When I was a kid, my grandfather had a boatload of those wooden tape measures that fold. And I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but it's kind of neat. And I think they were 6-foot tape measures. This thing's probably a foot. But somebody found this and got it for me for Christmas because they knew that I used to really think those tape measures were cool. And the hemostats, those work great for anything small parts. I used them a lot building vape coils. Just those old ratty tweezers that are bent to hell. Where do we go next? Right at the plier drawer. Got everything you could ever want. The blue-handled stuff all came in a set. When I worked at O'Reilly Auto Parts is when I bought this toolbox. And I just went in one day and I spent $200. And that's even with employee discount. I spent $200 buying crap to put in this toolbox. The vice grips, I doubt they're vice grips. Oh, they're Craftsman. They're even made in USA Craftsman. Only thing in this box made in USA, I'm sure. These guys. They're a 5-inch. I don't know if that's CR for Craftsman. It could be no, they're right there. China. Say it like Trump says it. You can't do it. Yeah, those might be Craftsman. They're made in China now. I don't know. All this stuff is used in old. Or these and these I picked up the channel locks here. We're really nerding out over tool brands here, but I'm curious what's in this box. Now, these are so cheap, they don't even say China on them. They say something there. No. Hell, I can't tell. They could just be pitting. I'm sure they're not anything good. I've had those laying around probably since I was in high school. What's the adjustable wrench? Power torque. That right there, that's O'Reilly brand. I'm sure these stuff's all power torque too. It's whatever that little symbol is there, that like little, I don't even know what it is. I'm sure I know they came from O'Reilly's. Too cheap to even stamp China on the tools. Oh well. Go to the last drawer. Good Lord, this video is getting long. I didn't expect this to be more than 5 minutes, and I should be 15 minutes into looking at some nerd's toolbox. And this is just the toolbox I keep in the house. You should see what's in the garage. There's like 3 of them out there that are even bigger. And then there's stuff I've got squirreled away that I don't even remember having. Oh, more O'Reilly tools. There's a, what do they call it? A hobby knife set. It's an X-Acto knife set. More O'Reilly screwdriver bits. Walmart screwdriver bits. There are probably something dumb on them. Yeah, precision. The word precision now means small, apparently, in Chinese marketing terms. Some wire brushes, a nylon brush, a hammer. I got a ton of these. Every 3D printer I bought, which is exactly 3 now, come with these nippers. And this set I bought probably at Walmart. These work great for if you're a 3D printer. They also work great. I use these. I built a bunch of plastic models, some Gundam models. They work good for that. They work good for cutting wire and cotton. If you, in 2024, if you're a vapor and you're still building coils. Yeah, they, a little bit of TMI here, but when your, fingernails and toenails are too thick and you break toenail cutters, fingernail cutters, these will work if you keep them getting sharp. And there's a hammer in there. And I think that's pretty much everything. That is not a Kennedy lock cylinder. Kennedy wanted like $40 for a lock with keys, and this didn't come with the keys. So I bought this at the hardware store for like $4. And you didn't see any Kennedy drawer dividers in here. It came with a bunch of them, and I gave them away to somebody else that had a Kennedy box that was actually using it and dividing stuff up and cared, and I didn't. But yeah, that should be everything in the toolbox.